This is the segment where we find out whether myths, legends are true or false.
Yes.
And today's guest just happens to be my hardest opponent ever. If you ever seen anyone give you an ear massage, which you would have, Bill, in your time, and tough, and you worry about playing on him and you can't sleep for the week, it's this man from North Melbourne.
And Gary Ablett too had a bit of trouble against this man.
He did. I'm talking about the great Mick Martyn
Mickey.
from the North Melbourne Footy Club. Mickey, good afternoon and welcome to you.
Yeah, good day, boys. How you going?
Going well, mate. What are you doing with yourself these days?
Just running around with my three daughters, mate, 8, 10 and 12. And
Wow.
they're playing a bit of tennis and basketball for the first half of the day.
Fantastic. And, Mickey, you did used to give the old ear massage on a regular basis to fullbacks, didn't you?
I learned from good full forwards like you, Brian, how to toughen up. Early days.
Now, listen, Mick, stand by, listen in, because we've got a myth and we need you to tell us whether this is true or false, because it actually involves you, strangely enough, Mick. So feel free to chip in whenever you want. That's if you can get in. Now, I'm told that you went on a trip to Bali, the North Melbourne boys. Duck, you can also chime in here. And
this is all true so far.
The last...
so far. no mayonnaise applied yet.
The last day in Bali, you wouldn't believe it. A thumping hot day. A sizzler. And you've got to jump on the plane that night.
Thumping.
And Mick's just forgot to put the umbrella up and the block out on. He's jumped onto the plane looking like a crayfish.
Oh, no.
He's orange cooked bait. He's sunburnt badly, 3rd degree type sunburnt. Now, I'm told, Mick, that when you boarded the plane, there was, you were in a bit of pain and, you were almost 3rd degree type thing. But once you sat in your chair, heat stroke started to set in on the plane and you started to get a bit dizzy and frothy at the mouth and everything like that. So you boarded the plane. Now, I'm told 10 minutes into the trip, so you're only at, 15,000 feet. You hadn't even reached the maximum yet. You started hyperventilating.
Oh, no.
And you really were going over the top, and I believe an oxygen bottle was jemmied out of the do not open little veranda there where you go for the emergency oxygen, and that was put into... Well, there's no one sitting next to him, so the oxygen bottle occupied one chair, and Mick was...
No.
He was really sucking the oxygen in, and there was some thought that he was robbing other people's oxygen on the plane as well. He was bringing in so much. Now, not only then, so I'm told that you'd gone through one whole bottle of oxygen. Now, to give you an idea of a bottle of oxygen, normally LA to Melbourne,
Yes.
it would be, if someone was really ill, they would use maybe half a bottle.
Half a bottle.
Mick used a whole bottle within 10 minutes.
Oh, no.
You can just imagine it. Anyway, then an announcement come over. This is your captain speaking, and not Gronaway. This is your captain speaking. We have
And it wasn't me.
No.
This was the captain of the plane.
We have a.
Duck wedging himself in.
Wedges himself.
We have a medical emergency. Is there a doctor on board? And anyway, so they found the doctor, and at this stage, Mick had been transferred to intensive care up the rear of the plane because at the rear of the plane they had about 10 oxygen bottles, and Mick was onto his second one and well through it.
A couple of paramedics, BT by the sound of it.
By the time the doctor got back to Mick to talk to him and sort out the oxygen, 2 bottles have now gone by this stage. By the time the doctor has come back, checked him out and said, Mick, he looked okay, and the doctor said, look, mate, you've got a bit of sunburn, toughen up a bit. You've got a bit of sunburn. But then the big bird landed at Tulla, and you wouldn't believe it. Everyone's 8 hours on the plane, and what do you want to do when you land? Get off.
Yep.
But the captain come over the emergency intercom saying, ladies and gentlemen, could you please remain seated, even though we've been at the lounge now for 35 minutes. Could you please stay in your seats? We have a medical emergency aboard. We have a big man up the back who's consumed 5 bottles of oxygen. And we need to get a wheelchair
Oh, no.
to get him off.
Jeez, you stretched this one out, BT.
So the wheelchairs come through first class, all the way through premium economy, right up to the back to the medical emergency ward up there, and the clunking of empty oxygen bottles were all over the floor, rolling around. And Mick jumped into the wheelchair and was then wheeled back through economy and through first, and off he went. And upon getting into the lounge, after everyone was really pissed off at this stage, Mick said to the Qantas steward pushing his wheelchair, he said, mate, even though he's suffering from heat stroke, I need to go to duty free.
Oh, no.
So Mick's had the Qantas steward push him through duty free to pick up a couple of bottles. The boys are wondering whether Mick is really anything wrong with him at all at this stage. And Mick, I just put it to you: did you go home and rest up, given your illness of the day, or did you actually go out for dinner with your girlfriend, or might have been your wife, or both, on this particular night? Did you actually go out, or were you that cook you couldn't go out?
Mate, first of all, Brian, that is great detail. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the King Duck next to you is tapping on the shoulder to throw in a few more mayonnaise to put on it. But no, I did stay home that night. But I stayed home with my girlfriend at the time, and she was looking after me.
So what about the rest of the story, Mick? The bottles and the heat stroke and the wheeling off on the wheelchair and going through duty free. Did that all have some truth to it, or is that a myth?
Well, hang on. If you put it in perspective, back in those days, the footy trips, went for 5 days, and being a young bloke back then, by the third day in, you sort of have a bit of a crash. Unfortunately, I probably ate a steak sandwich, or I thought it was a steak sandwich, and then ended up with a bit of food poisoning.
Mick, the oxygen bottles are the same size as they are now.
And then by the fifth day, I got a bit crook, and partially what you're saying, Brian, was true. I was on the plane and was probably on my deathbed, and they pulled out 3 oxygen bottles, and I down the first two.
A scuba diver, when he goes to look at the Titanic, doesn't go through 3 oxygen bottles.
Hey Mick, what about the part where the wheelchair came on the plane, and then you asked the cabin crew to take you through duty free? Is that true?
No, that's not true, mate. Come on. But I'll tell you one thing. You know who your friends are. I think the big Russian Alexishenko was wheeling me off. I think the great man John Longmire, he clicked my horse. He clicked my bags at the turnstile. And the bloke by the name of Wayne Cherry was leading the charge for standing ovation. So you go to war with.
Very nice,
stuff, mate.
So we're going to lock that one in as true.
Well done, Mick.
Well done, Mick.
Not your fault.
Very good, Mickey. Thanks, mate.
Great stuff,
No
Mick.
worries, mate.
Good on you.
Don't worry.
Brian.
That bloke, a rolled gold superstar. One of the all-time great blokes and a fantastic footballer.
Well done, BT. Well done, Doug.
Well done, boy.
300 games.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Star.
Well done, Brian.
He was a star, Mick. 133353 is the number. The quiz is next. You ready, Fat?
Yes.
All right, fire up and get it right. We got Duck and Damo and Bristle, of course, as lifelines. The quiz is next. Speaking about great prizes in footy, this ain't one.
The mystery back, Jim.
The mystery pack.